Welcome back. This is easy. I assume you're my students and we're ready for lesson 2. I charged my remote, so it's going to work this time. I also moved the camera so I'm a little bit closer. Hopefully you can see what's going on just a little bit better. Like I say yesterday, the bow is primarily a stick to hold the string to launch the arrow. Bows got very fancy. Today we're going to work on your bow just a little bit more. But first, a couple of questions. What are these areas across your fingers called? Calluses. And what's this muscle here you're going to work on building up? Deltoid. Alright. I went back out in the woods and got me another stick that's a little more suited for my size. It's a little stronger and a little longer. Your bow needs to be just a little bit taller than you are at this stage of life. So what we're going to do today now is we're going to first, for you young ones with adult supervision, any little branches that are left on the stick, you need to clear them off. You want your stick to be good and smooth. You notice how the knife is always going away from me, and I don't have my finger anywhere close to where I can cut my finger on it. Very important that you use your tools safely. We're just about there. Alright, we got all the little branches off. Now we're ready to figure out how to tie the string. And for you that were watching the knife, this is one of the railroad spike knives that you see on my website. Alright, now, the knot you're going to learn to make for the top is what's called a timber hitch. Now, to make a timber hitch, you go all the way around. Here's your standing line. Here's your running line. Once you get it all done, you got a loop. You're just going to take and wrap that through that loop 3, 4, or 5 times. The reason you're doing that is when you pull this other rope, you want it to be able to slide. So that when you put it on the upper end of your bow, like this, all those wraps fit in tight to your bow. So the tighter you pull that bowstring, the tighter it locks that down. See that? It's not moving at all. So that one's called a timber hitch. That's the one we're going to use on the top part of the bow. So let me do a timber hitch up here on my bow. In my case, I went ahead and actually was able to find a stick that had a fork in it, which is even better. Once again, go all the way around the standing line and then take it and 4 or 5 wraps through the loop. Then when I put it on, and pull it tight. The tighter I pull it, that knot's not going to slip on me, so my bowstring is going to be secure on that end. For the other end, you're going to be using a clove hitch. And a clove hitch is 2 loops. And you notice how the 2 loops, they cross. So it looks like that. Now it can be tied a different way. When you're in the process of tying it on your bow, what you can do is you can go around this way and then go around above it and come back through, and that gives you the cross for your clove hitch. And once you've got your clove hitch tied, it's not going to slip, but we're going to finish it off with a half hitch or 2. So let's try the clove hitch on the other end of the bow. I'm going to have to stand up here. Well, I can do it this way maybe, by flexing my bow. Finish it off with a half hitch. Alright. Now that I've got my bow strung, I can go back to doing my deltoid exercises and building up my calluses on my fingertips. Alright. Let's go through those one more time for practice. First, the timber hitch. Go around. Once you've gone around all the way, make some loops, put it through, and pull it tight. And the clove hitch, go around and through, pull it tight, and then we'll lock it in with a half hitch. Now, on the next segment, make sure you've got a parent or someone with you that they trust with you to have a knife. We may actually work on whittling a notch on one end of the bow or both ends of the bow for your string to fit into, and we'll mark the bow so we know where we're going to need to put our arrow on the string and against the bow to shoot it with. Once again, if you have any questions, my email address is on the website. Students, we'll check in with you again soon.